Hello and welcome to the Green Machine. Yet again, we're live and yet again, we're sexy. I'm Dave, your host, joined as always by Martin. No, Nick, he's flying to Donegal at the moment for a wedding. True supporter there. But we're here to bring you the starting lineup for Ireland's opening Nations League match. Looking for a first win ever in the competition. Ever.
Yeah.
Three times. Anyway, let's have a little look at it, Martin. Let's see what all the crack is about. So, as you can see there, Caoimhín Gallagher gets his first game competitive match, his debut, I suppose. He's at number one. You got John Egan, Shane Duffy, Nathan Collins making up a back three. You'll have Seamus Coleman and Enda Stevens on, well, the wing backs really, and you'll have Cullen and Hendrick sitting in the middle, and you'll have Ogbene and Robinson sitting behind Troy Parrott up front. That's what we reckon it's going to be. Bazunu out with a back twinge, apparently. He wasn't able to make it, unfortunately, but a very strong bench there. No Obafemi. You a bit disappointed not to see Obafemi in the starting lineup, Barn?
Yeah, no, I'm not, to be honest. I didn't. I think he wasn't going to start. To be fair, I think he's quite loyal. How he looks at this, it's a 4-game campaign, this, and he's going to definitely look to kind of use his squad because of obviously the load on players. I think we're going to see him probably later on in the campaign in these 4 games. I think it's a nice reward for Troy Parrott that he's been able to keep his place. Got a key goal for us in the last game. That was fantastic. Nice for him to come in and be rewarded. We have had some injury troubles as well, with Doherty out. So it's no surprise to see Seamus go out to the right wing back position. Nathan Collins been rewarded with a centre back start there. Looking forward to seeing him play. Played very well in the friendly a while ago. And then Enda Stevens coming in for James McLean. Probably, it is an adaptable squad. It's good to see him on the bench, obviously. And I think that we've got a very strong bench, that we will see people come in. I think this is going to be a real test for us. It's going to be absolutely baking over there. Expecting like temperatures of 32 degrees. They've announced there's going to be a water break, haven't they? Which again, that can, and I've seen your thunder there. Look, you've got it already with our good friend Kieran. But that's going to be really important. But that can also kind of break up the game a bit in a way. It's basically, in a way, you're playing 4 quarters if you look at it like that, because these water breaks will be quite lengthy. And it will be an opportunity as well to get tactics on board and things like that. So
35 degrees, you reckon?
Yeah.
2 o'clock. And people have, it's a 5 o'clock kickoff. No. 6. Is it 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock kickoff there? Are they 3 or 4 hours? I thought there were 4.
It's a 5 there. 5 o'clock kickoff there, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know.
Still going to be pretty bad there. As you say, like the water break's going to come in. I mean, you have to have water breaks. You don't want players, collapsing on the pitch. You don't want to repeat Mexico, USA 94. Just looking at some of the comments coming in. Oh, please have your say, by the way, if you're watching this. You're probably too busy down the pub. Actually, that's one of the comments from Anna O'Callig. You drinking pints of water, perhaps? Martin, what about you? Are you drinking pints, or are you celebrating the Jubilee?
Well, I am in London, and the Jubilee is in full flow here. Same as yourself, David. I was actually at Liam Gallagher last night, and I got home at 1:30, and that was fantastic. To be fair, a lot of Irish actually travelled over, which I know is not really relevant to this, but it was nice to see a few Irish around Nebworth. And look, it's a day for kind of celebration. I think I've been looking forward to this campaign for start. I think this is the one now. This is it for Stephen Kenny. This is going to be the start of a real, this is the start of the Stephen Kenny era. I think anyway. He's going to be judged on these performances, these results.
Nowhere to hide now.
Yeah, really. Nowhere to hide.
There's no COVID.
No,
you had the players playing. Key players playing well. You don't no real injury problems. You go, we're missing Bomadelli and we're missing Ida, but I mean, you look at that team there. I mean, it's a very, very strong side. You got Darragh O'Shea sitting on the bench. Jason Knight, Malumbi, even who's going to have a make or break season, I think, really. coming up. So there is really no excuse now. Now we we were accused of
this is his settled squad now. You know, look,
yeah.
I love Jason Knight, but I can see why he's not in the team now. But look, what an addition he is to come off the bench. Also, we've had a really good, you know, all the bad luck that we had with COVID in the games for Stephen Kenny. We've had a real break here with Josh Cullen being available. He's so important to us. He's going to get us playing and just be so he's so disciplined in that role. He's had a fantastic season with Anderlecht.
How did he?
I'm really looking for.
Because he said he wasn't available, and then all of a sudden,
he did, yeah. I think you'll find I queried that. I queried that on the pod, and I didn't listen to Nick's one of Nick's things when you asked me a question actually, and I was like trying to find out is he definitely suspended, but because I thought it's a bit weird that it carries over because these are confusing kind of end of term issues, you know, with these it can be quite confusing. So, you know, like. I'm really happy to see him in there because he's so important to us. And, you know, again, this is a worthwhile factor to consider. We've got to be very, very disciplined over here. We've got to not pick up silly bookings in these campaigns, especially these players who are very, very important to us. I think we'll see a lot of subs in the game today. I actually think the likes of Obafemi could come in there late on. I think it's a very adaptable team. If he does, you know, I'm very conscious that they might just sit here and might not open up. And if we go in 3 at the back, you might have to switch it to go 4 then, just to kind of bring in a bit more forward play.
I was talking to Kenny, not Stephen Kenny, fortunately. I was talking to our Kenny, who's some, you know, Lansdowne Road Kenny, and he, you know, he was a bit nervous. He asked me, like, what do I think is going to happen? He reckons he'll struggle. I don't think he'll mind me too much saying he's probably not watching. He reckons he'll struggle. Personally, what I said in response to that was I think we'll score early, but then I think Armenia will come at us and we'll do this whole thing where we'll sit back a little bit and we'll have a few dodgy moments. But I think we'll get a second and we'll get a third. I'm going to be bold here. I think we'll win this 3-0 to 3-1 maybe, but I think there'll be an early goal in it, and I think we will have some dodgy moments. You know, Armenia, they're not a terrible side. You know, they did get blown by Norway, but they, you know, typical Eastern European side, technically very good. Very important comment coming in here for a friend in Florida, Kieran, I think. Lads, I haven't had the coffee yet, but I'm buzzing for the game on live here on Fox Sports. 2-1 Ireland, Monda lads. # away to Jason's Umbro, bring back Adidas. Kieran Boyle, as Nick would say, I'll say it in his absence, you are our spirit animal.
Yeah.
A few other comments here. Carl Daly on the Facebook page. I really hope Kelleher stands up and proves his worth. I think he will. I've never seen Kelleher have a bad game for club or country. You know, a few nervy moments.
Yeah, this isn't a worry. You know, there was speculation that Bazunu was going to be. It was had this back strain. This isn't a worry at all that he's coming in there. Kelleher. We are so blessed in the goalkeeper position. I wouldn't have even had a problem if Travers had come in. But you know, this is where it is. You know, they must have given Bazunu every chance, I think, to make himself fit, because in the match day squad, obviously he's named. So it must have, I would think that could have been a last minute decision to obviously start Kelleher. And Bazunu will have his chance again. I still firmly believe he's number one, but hopefully Kelleher will go out and put in a great performance and give Kenny something to think about going forward. But yeah, look, I'm really looking forward to this game. And like you, I think we'll go at them early. I think it'll be a big test for Kenny. If the longer it goes in the heat, can we break them down? So I'm hoping we go out, get an early goal, and I hope he sets the tone really for what we should do for the rest of the campaign. If we go 1-0 up, keep going at them, keep doing what you've done to get your early goal, not settle back, which we used to do over the years. But I can see us really playing well. I think actually, look, the temperature and the conditions here will be very similar to like Andorra when we played them in that tour last year. I think we will settle into the game eventually. I think our class will tell late on. I think they just got to trust themselves and not panic, even if things aren't going well. Yeah. My only concern is if they do play deep, though, is have we got that player who can come in and be clever enough to unlock that door if they are not going to come out and play?
I thought that was, well, you know, we debated it here. I mean, like, I've always thought it was Jack Byrne, really. Well, yeah, Robbie Brady as well, but, you know, Robbie Brady can't seem to get on the plane without injuring himself at the moment. Interesting comment, actually. Just got a personal WhatsApp message there from a mate. Apparently, Armenia's team is younger than ours, and you might be interested in this. Apparently, we're a very good price to win. We're 4-3 on, or 3-4.
3-4. Yeah, it's not a bad price, but you know, we should. They are 92nd in the world or something, aren't they? And I've not really looked at we don't want. I don't really want to go down the betting route on this. But I didn't even look at it, to be honest, to see what prices were.
Epsom today, isn't it? You're too busy
Epsom
looking
today,
at
the
that.
derby. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
Last Epsom derby, I was like absolutely bollocks drunk.
Wow.
Also, a couple of comments here as well. A couple on the Facebook page about Randolph not being in the team. I mean, and another page commented as well saying that Randolph was being a bit hard done by. You brought that to our attention, Martin. I mean, I don't think it really has been hard done by.
Not at all.
I mean, let's be honest, right? He hasn't played a game of football in about 18 months for West Ham or whatever it is. He's got what's his fiance's name again? West End star
Alexander Burke.
Alexander Burke, right? Gorgeous Alexander Burke. She is, and she's actually a really lovely person, by the way. I'm not just saying that she is really lovely. I've met her a few times. Right? She's heavily pregnant. Does he really need to be going over to sit on the bench? So that's not. I'd imagine a one-way conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm just reading your post there from 8 minutes ago in the Lansdowne Road page. You put Randolph's out with a back injury.
Jesus!
You'll get some comments on that.
Oh Christ!
I should have let that go. Anyway, yeah. Look, I think the Randolph ship has sailed. I mean, we're talking about him being in contention to play for Ireland when he's not played for any club football recently. You might as well be talking about Packy Bonner coming back, in all honesty, because he hasn't played. He's not playing. He's not in the top 3 of our goalkeepers. We've actually got Brian Maher, I think, is in the under-21s. He's come up and trained with them. The ship has sailed with Randolph. It's a shame that he never got the send-off perhaps he deserved, but that's not of Ireland's doing. It's just the circumstances that worked against him. And to be fair, Randolph, I think, as a professional, would have looked back at his career and how he got in very late into Ireland at the expense of Shay Given and David Ford's kind of injury problems and form. He knows how it works. He's a very good senior pro, an honest pro. That's it. I just think the ship has sailed with that. I know he's never ever confirmed that he's not available for Ireland anymore, but maybe he's a little bit feeling that he should have had a bit more respect perhaps from Kenny, that he's not actually involved anymore. But look, we're blessed with 3 top goalkeepers, and that's where we are with that. That's it.
I've just realised that's what Anna Akellic meant. Drinking pints. He probably thought I was half cut doing that. Sorry, anyone watching. No, I don't even have that excuse. I'm teetotal. Other than Pringles. Sorry, but to be fair, there has been an argument about Randolph. And that we were touching on that. As well. So yes, it's Bazunu that's out with a back injury. Sorry when you're doing a million different things. A couple of other comments here as well. That's a very young team. The future looks good. Future looks very good. Future #future is bright.
It looks really good. And I'm really, I'm looking forward to seeing this team play. I've seen as well. We've been a bit. We've got a great number of fans out there. We've got about, technically, I think the FAI have said 470. There's not 470. I've done my research. I've inquired of people I know who are out there from our club. There's probably about 370 in total out there. But they'll hopefully make noise, and make themselves known, and hopefully looking after each other out there and keeping safe and keeping hydrated with water. Aqua in the words of Ronaldo. Aqua.
Yeah. Aqua mixed with hops. Barley. I've seen some of the lads out there. I'm absolutely raging. I'm not out there. I have to mention it. And you know why I'm not out there, Martin?
Yeah, I do know.
Do you want to know why?
I do know. Well,
you want to know why? That's why, because of them bastards down there. Fuckupsagate.com.
Yeah, we could have a new sponsor soon. I had a very tough experience with a taxi company yesterday from Nebworth, so that could be our new sponsor because I'm ranting about them.
Cabs.
Yes, no, it wasn't them, but seriously, it was poor. But anyway, back to the football. Yeah, look, really look forward to this. I think we're going to do the business. I think we're going to win 3-0. And I'm really confident. I just think we'll be a class apart from this lot. And, I'm looking forward to him, a comfortable win if we go at them early and control the game. In this heat, you have to control the game. We've got Cullen and Hendrick to do that. Just be calm on the ball. It doesn't have to be 100 miles an hour. And then let our forward players with their pace do the business, like Robinson, Ogbene, with Troy Parrott feeding it into them. I think we'll good. And I think the way they can rotate as well will be quite clever. but yeah, I'm very hopeful. I really want it to be a positive start for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's our first. We're chasing our first victory in the Nations League. Really, I think we were battling it out with Bulgaria, weren't we? To put a wooden spoon in the last one. So, okay. Anyway, well, listen, we're going to leave it at that. I don't think we can really say much more on it. It's going to be very hot out there. 2 water breaks. Remember, it's on RT to 2:00 kickoff. Enjoy the game. We will be back on here straight after kickoff with your opinions, really, and tell us what you think of the game. We'll be back on here, Martin. You'll be back on here with us.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Good man, in this little bunker. Grand stuff. I'm going to get the chips up, and I'm going to see what other errors I've made today and try to correct them before anyone else notices them.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, 3-0 for the boys in green or orange or whatever it is. Speaking of orange, before we go, great win for the under-21s last night. I know you didn't watch it, Martin. Bit ropey at times, playing out the back, but very clinical up front.
Good. That's what we want to see. The future's bright.
Future's very bright. Abedeko took his goal very well, and there was a couple of lovely bits of play up the front. Like, they really sliced open the Bosnian team. They were a very big, strong team,
Physical.
actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much. We'll see you straight after the game. Come on, you boys in green. Let's do this.